And honestly, bro, I've met a lot of girls in between relationships, and they're always not as attractive as the girls that I've dated. And when they're fucking rude as shit to me or call me ugly, I'm just like, I've had so much better than you. Like, I don't know why you're so fucking entitled right now. And I don't know, as the years go on, I get more and more girls that are like, I don't know, promiscuous or whatever. That's why I'm like, you guys can just, that's your guys' problem, I guess. You guys can breed or whatever. Like, I'm just like, all the girls, no, the crazy one that I was talking about was attractive too. Dude, I've told people like Oil that I dated that hippie girl, and I say hippie girl, and they're literally like, "You dated a hippie? Ew." And it's really like, it. I call her a hippie because she, even though she had long brown brunette hair, it was luscious or whatever, and green eyes, and an hourglass figure and stuff like that. White girl. Uh, she just she wore like not ravenous clothes or anything, but you know, like I don't know how to describe it. She like talking about fucking outer space and like hallucinogenics and stuff like that. She was just she her character was hippie. Like the cheerleader girl that I dated in like high school, the one I went to prom with or whatever. She was a fucking hillbilly, dude, like a country girl. Like even though I got a fucking 10, like if as far as looks, blonde, blue eyes, lips, whatever, white again. Uh, she fucking like Jason Aldean, that country. I don't even think he even make. Maybe he still make country music, but she fucking. I mean, you could say fucking square dancing, and she had a pet pig, dude. Like I didn't know what I was getting into. I was just like, hot cheerleader girl hype, and she's just like, okay, about me. I like pickup trucks and Jason Aldean, and I'm like, okay. Uh, my parents own a farm in the fucking woods. Like, I know about that stuff. And tractors and pigs and stuff. And I was just like, I guess I'm dating a fucking hillbilly, dude. So if I break her down for you guys, I'm like, hillbilly. But I'm like, on the surface, all people see with the pictures and stuff like that is lawn bagged a fucking a blonde cheerleader. Lucky him. I got so many fucking comments from guys in school. They're like, how did you get that hot chick? How'd you do it, dude? What's your secret? I'm like, I don't know. I asked her out. So you could say that's the highest one if you want. You can be like, the cheerleader, obviously. The big ass, not too much tits. But I mean, I was in high school, so I mean, nobody was really fucking rocking the heavies. God, it's so cold in here. But Kai, what about the next one? And the next one? And the next girl I dated? And the next one? Each one had their own fucking pro, dude. I don't know which one's the best. They were all pretty good. They all had their cons. Even the one that I said was like most loving or whatever, the hippie girl or whatever, it was still like, dude, I don't want to fucking talk about the outer space all day, dude. And watch fucking Vsauce. Trash. But nowadays, I wouldn't mind watching a few Vsauce videos while chilling in bed with a hot chick. Maybe that wasn't so bad. Maybe I had it good. But when you're in the relationship, it's just like, dude, honestly, man, like, it says more about me. It says more about me, yeah. bro, Kai, if me just talking about my feelings was enough for this girl to be like, I'm out, like, it wasn't gonna last. Rob, it's not gonna show up here. We gotta go back to the lobby and claim it. Kai, when motherfuckers come in here and go, ugly, get no bitches, blah blah blah, I'm like, bro, I've dated so many fucking random wild cards, bro. People say I have a taste. Like, bro, when I found out, no, like, Kai, you're not gonna believe this. My most recent ex, after we dated for like 4 or 5 months or something like that, she found out about that cheerleader that I dated in high school, and she knew we had dated too. I told you she was kind of a crazy one, but she told me that they're cousins. They didn't look like it. Like this, like if I showed you them side by side, you wouldn't believe it. But apparently they're cousins. Yeah. I was just like, why would you want to date your cousin's ex from high school? What? They didn't look similar, but she was just like, maybe that's why you like me, because you like her. And I was just like, I didn't notice the similarities. Like, I'm telling you right now, they don't look similar. But people peg me for having a type, and it's just like, if you looked at all my exes, there's no type, bro. There's no type. I do have a type, but nah. I just picked the prettiest ones I could find. There was plenty of... Dude, some of my first girls that I was ever with... Dude, every relationship had its own beginning, middle, and end. Like, there was this one chick I dated for like 2 weeks, dude. In like freshman high school or whatever. She thought it was hot or whatever, and then I think she asked her friend to ask if like we could go out or something, and then I was just like, sure. But it was like, I'm not even kidding you, bro. And I don't know if she knew this or whatever, but I like the friend that was like talking to me. Like the one that was saying she likes you. I like that one. But when I heard the other girl had like a thing for me, I wasn't gonna tell the girl that I liked, yeah, crush your friend's dreams or whatever. I was just like, yeah, sure. Let's try it. Yeah. And she wanted to like do steps like making out, other stuff like that. And I was just like, bro, I was just like, oh, I've never done all that stuff with another woman before. I'm not that experienced. Right? And I was just like, I haven't either. And we were always hanging out with groups, so we didn't have any alone time. And after like 2 weeks of her not getting like anything, she broke up with me. And for like a second there, I was just like, oh, she broke up with me. That means she broke my heart. And then my buddy was just like, are you okay? And I was like, for a second, I was just like, oh, a bad thing happened to me. And I've seen it with some of the chatters that come in here. They never want a bad thing to happen to them or it crumbles their world. And even like, though I wasn't connected to her at all really, other than us just being dating, we only like pecked or whatever. I was just like, oh, that's heartbreak. And then I looked at my buddy and he's just like, are you alright? And I was just like, if he didn't even say that, I actually think I could have been like, it's sad to be me, blah, 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 and spiral into that like a teenager, right? And he asked me if I'm alright. And I'm like, yo, I'm still here with my boy. We're at the fair. Like, I didn't even really like her. Like, yeah, I'm great, dude. And then we just had a good time. I remember like being upset about it like later on that night, but like, you know, getting back to that feeling of like heartbreak or whatever, like just basking in that emotion, kind of like what I was telling you about with the insects and stuff earlier. Like I remember like touching up on it, but it was really nice that it wasn't a relationship I didn't really want to be in, and then yo Zoa, the funny thing is, like 2 years later she got thick. Like when I was like dating her, she was kind of just like, she was a redhead, freckles everywhere, whatever. And she was just skinny. And then a few years later, guys, she was I don't know what her family situation was, but they did this thing where they did like trips to Africa every like summer for like a few months, and she had like photos of her with nothing but like starving children in Africa or whatever. So she had like this like really like bizarre life where she was like going from the States to Africa and just like living out there for a while. Yeah. And then a couple years later, I was single or whatever, and I saw her, and I was like, oh my god, she's like, it was, again, this is before thick existed. I saw her, I was like, oh, she looks so good now. I was like, hey, you want to like pick that back up? And she was like not feeling it. So if I had actually like made some moves on her when she was just like okay and I had no feelings for her, she might have like grew some fondness of this. Oh yeah, I did like kind of dating him. And I could have probably finessed, but because I just didn't give a shit. Like, I was partying then with the boys as well. Like, I never stopped trying to having a good time all the time. Anyway, I think we get the secret. Yeah, gems, rerolls, and I didn't get the shiny, but there's Spider. We gotta see if he's good, and I want to see if he gets a bonus in the new in the Sakamoto Days portals. We got him, the spider guy from Hunter x Hunter, I guess. I don't even know his name. What's this guy's name? What's Stinky Spider name? Oh, I thought he was Fear.